been talking about this place for a while. First of all, let me just say thank you to all of you for traveling from across the country to join us in this endeavor. Our families, our communities, our congregations, and our country are anxiously awaiting the tools, training, and insight that help transform us from the place where we currently are into a place where we can all flourish and thrive. We are deeply grateful to Dr. Edwards and Power Interface Partnership in co-hosting this convening. Also, Faith in Action is a member of the Organizing Revival Network, and we have folks from the Organizing Revival Network organizations that are here with us tonight. We are grateful for their support and presence as we learn together over the next few days. Thank you, Dr. Edwards and Resurrected Life, for hosting us. Thank you for that impactful opening. Come on, let's give it up for the I have to say something. This is very tough times for our movement. And we want to shout out unequivocally our support for our siblings in Ohio right now. And I would be remiss if we also don't lift up all of our folks in Minnesota right now who are experiencing another ice surge right now, both in Minneapolis and St. Paul. We stand with them tonight. May the work that we do here make it such that we never have to experience what's happening in this country ever, ever again. We know that for our work, sometimes the people who design our freedom are not politicians.
Right.
They're not academics, although there are those of us that are. The people who can best design our liberation and our freedom are the folks that live in the projects, in the row homes, in the twin homes, in the single homes, whose kids go to public school, folk who work hard jobs every day to come back home and to be able to see the smiling faces of their families waiting for them, even though that they are exhausted. It's important for us to remember that the folk that can actually lead us to a place of liberation are inside your congregation, sitting in your pews. They have dreams, they have ideas, they have places that they want us to go. And so for everybody who feels under attack in this moment, I want you to know that we stand with you. Whether you're having trouble paying for gas, whether it's trouble paying your rent or your mortgage, whether you're concerned about the fact that you have more month than you do money, we want you to know that we stand with each and every one of you, and that if together we all link arms, we can actually fight for a place where one day we will all be able to flourish and thrive together. I want to say something about the ground that you're standing on, and Dr. Edwards spoke to it so eloquently, so I will not be long about it, but it matters, because Allentown, Pennsylvania is not an accident as a gathering place. In September of 1777, as British forces marched towards Philadelphia, the people of a congregation called Zion Reformed Church, which was what this church was before it became Resurrected Life, made a decision. They took the Liberty Bell, the symbol of Americans' freedom, and they hid it right here under these floorboards at great risk to themselves because they believed that freedom was worth protecting. Now, 250 years later, we're standing on that same ground, and I want to suggest to you that we are here for the exact same reason, not to hide freedom, but to protect it, to carry it, to make sure it lasts long enough, survives long enough to bring it in. We didn't come here by accident. We came here by call. When we first talked about doing this, we were going to go to Philadelphia. And Dr. Edwards said, I think it'd be better if we went to Allentown. And I have to admit, when we told people that we were coming to Allentown, they were like, where? I said, Allentown, it's the third largest city in the state of Pennsylvania. Everybody's like, never heard of it. But this is a significant place. And let me say something about that for a moment. Because oftentimes, the places that we think are insignificant, sometimes the people that we think are insignificant are the ones that are most significant in terms of transforming and changing the world to the way that we want. So thank you for making the trip up to Allentown. We deeply appreciate it. We also need to know that this convening falls in the week of Juneteenth. And I need us to sit in that for a moment. June 19, 1865, the day that the last enslaved people in this country finally heard they were free. They were already free, but they hadn't been told they were free. The Emancipation Proclamation had been signed 2.5 years earlier. The war had ended, but freedom had not yet reached them because proclamations alone do not make freedom real. Somebody had to carry it the last mile of the way. Proclamations don't make freedom real, people do. For some that know, some that don't know, we've actually been modeling and innovating some ways of organizing to capture people that are not inside of local churches. And we've called this thing the Free People's Collective. And I'm excited that Aaron and Kendall Dooley are here today from North Carolina who are modeling that for us. Would you all just stand up for a minute so everybody can see you in Durham, North Carolina? But there's a chant for the Free People's Collective that I want to share with you tonight because I think it's a powerful thing for us to understand. It says, free people, free people. Let me say that again. Free people, free people. People who are liberated in their minds and in their spirits are the ones that are actually able to take us to a place of liberation. And so I just want to invite you, when I say free people, you say free people. Free people? Free people. Free people? Free people. Free people? Free people. Free people. Free people. And that is the work that's ahead of us as we go into the days ahead. We have a lot of work that we have to do over the next few days, and part of that work is that we're going to spend time talking about a moral narrative that we need to lean into for this country because white Christian nationalism has wrecked the faith industry and the faith field for us in this moment in time. So we need to spend some time talking about how we're going to address that and how as religious, both clergy and lay leaders, we're going to speak to that. We're going to spend time talking about the fact that to be able to create a new America, we first have to use every tool available to us, including talking to our neighbors, knocking on doors, doing civic engagement work, getting through this election cycle so that we can get to the place where we can actually have it that everybody has a house that they can live in, that they don't have to worry about going broke over trying to maintain, that they have the education that they need, and that they're not paying $2,000 a month for daycare, and that folk have health care that they can have, that they don't have to worry about trying to get a second mortgage so that they can pay for the medical care that they need. We have work we have to do, but we have to begin in this place. The first step of the first journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. Right. The first step to be building a new country begins tonight. Look around you for a second. Let's look around. Look who's in the room. Take a look. What you're seeing right now is not a coincidence. There are multiple states in this room. Real quick, shout out your state. Just shout out your state that we know you're in the room. Awesome. Thank you. There are multiple organizations in this room tonight. Shout out your organization. There are numerous congregations and faith traditions in this room tonight. Shout out your community real fast. Now I want you to look at somebody you don't know in this room and lock eyes with them for a minute. Would you just look at them and lock eyes for a moment? And I want you to seal it in your mind, the space of that person that you're looking at. Because I'm going to be honest with you, things are going to get difficult. Yeah. They definitely will. But it's a reminder that you are not alone. You are looking at something I want to name plainly. The people who will answer the question, not in theory, not in someday, right now, in this room, in this moment, on this ground, in this sacred space. The architects of a new America are in this building right now. So we're going to learn, we're going to wrestle together, we're going to work together, we're going to cry together, we're going to have joy together, we're going to celebrate together over the next few days. And I just want to remind you something. In 1777, someone in this city decided that freedom was worth the risk, worth hiding under the floorboards, worth protecting at personal cost, worth carrying it until it could ring again. 250 years later, for all of our states and our organizations across the country. That liberty that was worth hiding under the floorboards is now inside of us, and we have to take it at great personal cost back out into the world to ring the bell of liberty so that other people can hear it, find hope, that they can find their way towards freedom and liberation, that we can make sure that one day the liberty bell will actually ring again, but this time it'll ring for all of us, not just a select few of us. It'll ring so that all of us have freedom, all of us are liberty, all of us have joy. 250 years later, we are the somebody. We are the ones who decided to show up.
Yes.
We are the ones who looked at this moment with all of its dangers and all of its possibilities and said, not on our watch. We are the ones building what comes next. Welcome to Allentown. Welcome to the work. Welcome to the beginning of the Sixth Republic, which you'll learn more about in the next couple of days. Thank you for becoming an architect of a new America. Now, one more thing before I get off the stage here. I would be remiss if I didn't thank my amazing colleagues at Faith in Action, working in partnership with Power in Your Faith team, for their work in bringing this community together. I deeply appreciate each and every one of you, in particular the core planning team that has been working, Reverend Dave M, Reverend Nicole Barnes, Reverend Dr. Cassandra Gould, our logistics team, where's Mary, Tia, Vinci, all everybody that is working, our power building team, where's Joe Clayton, Ricky Walker, Alice Gonzalez, all those folk that I'm going to forget folk, tech folk, fundraising folk, civic engagement folk, faith team folk, political team folk, our business team, all the people that were cutting checks to pay for everything that was going on. I would be remiss if I did not thank them for all of their work. But most importantly, I thank you for taking time out of your schedule and considering not robbery that we can imagine a new country and a new world together. Blessings, everybody. Let us begin our time together. Reverend Dr. Cassandra Gould, Director of Culture